Hi, I'm Jackie Martinez and I'm a senior here at Santa Fe High School. I've been a starter for the Demonette basketball program for 4 years now. We've been ranked #1 for a majority of the season, and we're looking to bring Santa Fe High its first state title since the 1980s. And I went straight to Coach Elmer and I looked him straight in the face and I shook his hand and I made him a promise. The first day of practice I shook his hand and I said, my name's Jackie Martinez and I promise you within the 4 years that I'm here, I'm going to get you a state championship. And ever since then, it was hard for me because I was a little bit more talented than some of the other girls. I was picked on as a freshman very badly. Not to the point, where it was considered hazing, but I was just kind of bullied a little bit in practice and stuff, but because I had a voice. But after a while, I kind of started proving myself. So when I did get playing time in the games and when it kind of was a tough situation, and I kind of proved myself to the older girls, and from then on I started gaining respect. For me personally, it was a hard loss, but I guess the fact that I would be coming back next year is what kind of kept my head up and a lot of my younger girls' heads up as well. There's one moment where I remember I was sitting in the locker room right after the game, and everybody was around us and everybody's heads was down, and for some reason I kind of looked around and my head was one of the only heads that was up. Everybody was crying, and I guess personally I knew that this year we were going to be a better team. And I knew that all of us, were never going to forget that feeling because, who wants to go double overtime and lose by 10? It's hard and it's a lot of weight to be put on a team to go into the state tournament with 20 win streak, 22 win streak. And it's a lot of weight and it's very hard to win at the pit with that type of pressure on your back. And so we kind of commend us, and we kind of thank them for taking that weight off of us. And I think that rivalry is just kind of what pushes us to bring out the better player inside of each and every one of us that steps onto the field or onto the court. And it's just the fact that we do have a rivalry and everybody expects us to show up, and nobody really necessarily knows who's gonna win. And it's not one of those games that's very predictable. So it's just the fact that rivalry is what keeps us all going. Like, we're going to come out guns blazing and just throw everything out there because frankly it is Santa Fe High's last year for any type of athletics, because we're going to be going into one of the toughest districts in 6A, if not the toughest. And so I think all of my girls on my team realize that, and we never forgot that feeling of last year at state, and so we use it to fuel our fire this year.